Good morning, students. In the previous episode, we discussed the chapter surface areas and volume of several solids. Then the 14th unit of chapter is statistics. There are three more chapters for you. Statistics. What do you mean statistics? That means there are several numerical values or data for a problem. We can find out the representative of that numerical values. The branch of mathematics deals with this type of representative values. Let us consider that branch is known as statistics. Statistics means it is a branch of mathematics, deals with the collection, classification, tabulation and analysis of data. There are several values. For example, there are 500 students in a school with the different categories. Their marks are 500 marks, but the representative mark is one single value. The method to find out the representative, that is known as statistics. Then in our unit there are three measures to find out the representative. These three measures are the measures of central tendency. That means in arithmetic progression, we know that arithmetic mean is what? A, B and C are the consecutive terms of an arithmetic progression. Then B is equal to A plus C by 2 is the arithmetic mean. That means there are two values, A and C. The sum of these two values is divided by 2 because there are two numerical values on data. We get the arithmetic mean. Similarly, there are several numerical values of the group. Then these numerical values be taken as the sum of the numerical values. That the sum of values is resolved by total number of values. That is a representative. That representative is known as arithmetic mean, or simply it is mean. Therefore, to find out the mean of a group of data, we take the sum of all data. That the sum is divided by the total number of data. That is a representative of all the numerical values. That representative is known as an arithmetic mean. Similarly, we can rearrange all the elements of the group in an increasing or decreasing order. Then any element occur in the middle position of the grouping value. That is also a representative. That representative is known as median. Then we know that there are 50 students in a classroom. Their marks be same or different. Therefore, out of 50 students, the most number of students secure the mark of 25. That means out of that 50 students, then 13 students acquire the mark 25. Therefore, the highest repetition of that mark is 25. Therefore, 25 is known as mode of that group. Therefore, in our chapter, statistics means it is a branch of mathematics or science, deals with some collection of data. Then we can arrange the data. After interpretation, we get some result. The process to find out the representative is known as statistics. In statistics, there are several numerical values. The method to find out the representative of all numerical values or data, that is known as a measure of standard tendency. to measure, there are three representatives or averages. They are known as arithmetic mean, median and mode. To find out arithmetic mean, there are several formulas, and one formula is step deviation method from your chapter, but it is eliminated from your syllabus. Therefore, we can find out arithmetic mean of all the numerical values by direct formula. And in this case, for example, there are several values, that is 2, 4, 5, 10, 15, 30, 18, and 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 25, and 30. There are 10 values. 10. Therefore, this is a group of data. In this group, there are 10 values or 10 data. That 5 will be 2 number of times and 25 will be 2 number of times. Therefore, this is a group with data. Therefore, it is single values. That means it is known as individual group. That means we can present all the values with their own characteristics. That means 5, 2, etc. Therefore, that group is known as an individual group. Similarly, we know that any number repeated 2 or more number of times, that number of repetition is known as frequency. That means any item repeated more number of times, comma, it is frequency. That the notation for that is that is frequency. Therefore, there is a group, that means X, that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numerical values, 5, 10, 15. And this 5 will be the 8 number of times, that is frequency of 8 number of times. 10 repeated 12 number of times. 50 repeated 20 number of times. And 20 repeated 6 number of times. And 25 repeated 4 number of times. That means there are 5 elements, there are 8 5s. There are 12 10s. There are 20 15, 6 20. And 8 for 25. Therefore, these values are the frequencies, and the sum of these frequencies 12 plus 8 20, 20 plus 20 40, 40 plus 6 46 plus 40 50. Therefore, total is what? 50. That is the total. Therefore, there is a group with numerical values and their own frequencies. Therefore, this group is ungrouped frequency distribution. It is ungrouped frequency distribution. What is an ungrouped frequency distribution? Let us consider numerical values. Any numerical value repeated more number of times, that repetition is known as a frequency. Therefore, a group with numerical values and their own frequencies, that is known as ungrouped frequency distribution. Clear? then 10, 20, then 20, 30, 30, 40, and 40, 50. Then their frequencies 8, 12, 20, 6, 4. Total is 50. Therefore, this is a group with the class and frequencies. Therefore, this group is known as grouped frequency distribution. It is grouped frequency distribution. It is grouped frequency distribution. That means we can convert all the numerical values into classes. Then frequency of any class is the number of items of that class. That is it. Therefore, total number of items is 50, but it belongs to classes. Then this is known as grouped frequency distribution. There are 3 values. One is we can take all the numerical values, that is individual group. Any item repeated more number of times, that repetition is known as frequency. Then a group with the values and their frequency, that is known as ungrouped frequency distribution. But we can convert all the numerical values into classes. Therefore, a group with classes and frequencies, that is known as a grouped frequency. So there are 3 types of numerical values given for statistics. They are individual group, ungrouped frequency distribution, and grouped frequency distribution. Then the least element of a class is lower limit. Least element of a class is lower limit, and highest greatest is upper limit. Therefore, for the first class, lower limit is 0, upper limit is 10. For second class, lower limit is 10, upper limit is 0. That means they are equal. Therefore, this grouped frequency distribution, and we know that this is the upper limit. Then, upper limit minus lower limit, that is 20 minus 10, what is it? 10. It is the class interval H. Upper limit minus lower limit is class interval. That is H, we don't have H. Class interval is H. Upper limit minus lower limit is the class interval. Then 10 plus 20 is what? 30. 30 by 2 is what? 15. That is the middle element between 10 and 20. That is known as midpoint. That is upper limit plus lower limit by 2 is class midpoint. Class midpoint. Clear? That is upper least value of a class is the lower limit and the highest value is the upper limit. Then upper limit minus lower limit is the class interval, that is marked H, and half of the sum of lower and upper limits, that means lower limit plus upper limit by 2 is the class midpoint or mid value. These are the main cases. Therefore, we know that for this class, the mid value is, that is S, that is midpoint. But it's 0 plus 10, 10 by 2, that is 5. 10 plus 20, 30 by 2 is 50, that means adding 10. 30 plus 20, 50 by 2, that is 25. 30 plus 40, that is 70. Half of that is 35. 40 plus 50, that is 90 by 2, that is 40. This is the midpoint. That means for the class, we get the midpoint, that is lower limit plus upper limit by 2, that is the mid value, that is 6. That means in the case of individual group, we know that there are several numerical values. In the case of grouped frequency distribution, any ungrouped frequency distribution, any item repeated more number of times, so that repetition is known as a frequency f. Then, in that case frequency, consider a group with items or data and their own frequency. That will be known as ungrouped frequency distribution, and it is ungrouped frequency distribution. And the sum of the frequency is always the total number of items. Then we can convert all the numerical values into classes. And the frequency of a class is the number of items falling in that class. Then a group with the classes and their own frequency, that distribution is grouped frequency distribution. For a grouped frequency distribution, the least value of a class is lower limit and the highest value is the upper limit. Then upper limit minus lower limit is the class interval. Then lower limit plus upper limit by 2 is the class mid value, that is assumed that yes. These are the main points to find out the central tendency or different measures of central tendency. Clear? Then in this case, example, let us consider all the numerical values less than the upper limit. That means x less than upper limit. That means x less than 10. That is less than 10. Then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. That is less than. That means in 0 to 10, how many numerical values? 8 numerical values. Therefore, all the values less than 10 means it is how many? 8. This is 8. And less than 20 means from 0 to 10, 8 numerical values. From 10 to 20, 12 numerical values. Therefore, less than 20 means sum of these two, that is 12 plus 8 is 20. Then, less than 20 means that 8 plus 12 plus 20, that is 20 plus 20, 40. Then, less than 40 means adding 6 with it, that is 46. And adding 4, therefore it is 50. That is the total value. Therefore, this is known as less than cumulative then any item less than the upper limit, its frequency is the sum of the frequencies of that class and the previous classes. It is known as less than cumulative frequency. Any item less than upper limit, its frequency is sum of the frequencies of that class and previous classes. Comma, it is less than cumulative frequency. That is capital F. Therefore, these values are less than cumulative frequencies. Clear? Then x more than lower limit, that means more than 0, then more than 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. More than 10 means what? 0 means what? Total. More than 0 means 0 to 50. That is total. Therefore, it is 50. Therefore, its frequency is not less than, more than cumulative frequency. Therefore, for 0, that means for all the items greater than 0 means that is total 50. That is 50. Then from 0 to 50, 50 numerical values. From 10 to 50, only these numerical values. That means eliminating or subtracting 8 from that total. Therefore, that is 50 minus 8. That is 42. That is more than 10 is 42. Then for the third one, that is more than 20. That 40 to 12 is subtracted from 42. That is 10. Then from 30, 20 is subtracted. Therefore, it is 10. From 10, 6 is subtracted. That is 4. Then 4 minus 4, that is 0. That means there is no numerical values for more than 50. That means upper range is 50. Therefore, this is the more than cumulative frequency. And we know that any item more than upper limit, its frequency is difference of total frequency and frequencies of previous classes. It is the midpoint of each classes. We can find out the representative or the average of a group of data. That representative to find out the average, the method to find out the representative average is known as measure of central tendency. Then measures of average. One, arithmetic mean. Then second, median. Then third, mode. These are three measures of central tendency or our measures of average. First one, arithmetic mean. That is the first one. The number one, arithmetic mean is the ratio. Ratio means numerator divided between sum of the items to total number of items. That is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is the most commonly used and more accurate measure to find out the representative or average. Then, in the case of arithmetic mean, it is defined as the ratio. Ratio means numerator denominator between sum of the items in total number of items. That means we take the sum of all numerical values. That numerical value is divided by the total number of items. We get arithmetic mean. That means in individual, group, arithmetic mean. Notation for that one is x bar. X bar, it is read as x bar. That is arithmetic mean. Is equal to sum is denoted as sigma, that is capital sigma, that is sum of the items. That is sigma x by total number of items, it is small n. This is the formula to find out arithmetic mean in the case of individual group. Then, in the case of frequency distribution, that is ungrouped frequency or grouped frequency distribution, that x bar is equal to sigma f into x, that is product of frequency and x, divided by capital F. What is capital F? Is the sum of the frequencies. That means we take the product of x, that item, and their own frequency f. Take the sum of the product. That sum is divided by the total number of frequencies, that is total number of items, that is capital. Therefore, in the case of frequency distribution, what's in frequency distribution, in frequency distribution, arithmetic mean x bar is equal to sigma f into x divided by capital N, where capital N is equal to sum of the frequency, that is sigma f. Clear? Therefore, for grouped frequency distribution, we know that x is the midpoint of class. Clear? That means arithmetic mean is the first measure to find out the average of a representative. That is the most commonly used measure or more accurate measure. Therefore, arithmetic mean is defined as the ratio of sum of the items to total number of items. In the case of integer series, that arithmetic mean x bar is equal to sigma x by n. In the case of regressive distribution, that is ungrouped and grouped, arithmetic mean x bar is equal to sigma f into x by capital N, where capital N is the sum of the frequencies, that is sigma f. And in the case of classes, x is the midpoint of each classes. Okay? Then the problems be in the next episode.